In this 5-gallon bucket I brought out this morning, and this is compost tea that I make uh, using a fish tank aerator and a bag of compost and other good ingredients, molasses and stuff. And what it does is it grows mycorrhizal fungi and bacteria. The molasses is for bacteria, and boy, it grows them. The thing really foams up. So I'm getting ready to pour it into this sprayer, and I'm going to go all over the garden and spray everything, the ground, the dirt, spray all the plants except for the lettuce and stuff that we're going to harvest. Spray everything. So it's a great product. I use no commercial fertilizers here of any kind. Everything is strictly organic, and this is the culprit right here that really does it. You guys have to do that. Compost tea. Go to YouTube, look it up. This is the 12th of May, a little over 4 weeks from putting plants in. This is a little strip right here. There's a black cherry tomato plant right there. There's some snow peas, another black cherry tomato plant, red cherry tomato plants doing well. A lot of blooms on them already. This is a great white tomato plant. Some little lettuce right along the edge here. And here's some leftover plants. I did a seminar on 30th of April here and had a lot of plants for people. These are left over here. Just some of this stuff is just things that I was doing for teaching. So there's some pole beans coming. There's some regular cucumbers, American cucumbers coming. There's a cucumber from Russia. It's called Titus. There's 4 plants here, and what this does is American cucumber has 80% male flowers, 20% female. This Titus has 80% female and 20% male. This is the spice garden, herb garden. Got a few things in here, some oregano. A lot of the thyme's going crazy, but I'm tending more. I think what I'm going to do is just turn this into a strawberry patch for the rest of it, because I think that would be more conducive to what people want to see here. Here's red pepper. All kinds of red peppers in here, all kinds of hot peppers, kinds of hot peppers. As you see, this pepper right here, get my finger out of there, this pepper right here, I deadheaded it, and it's growing two spikes out. So what you're going to get is 2 pepper plants on 1 root ball. So you would double your fun. Getting some blooms on those. There's another little pepper plant over here I'm really experimenting with and different things. It's really going crazy. There's spikes coming all over out there. I deadheaded, took a lot of leaves off. All kinds of branches coming out of that. There's a lot of this stuff should have been harvested a long time ago. The, 'cause All things growing. Green beans, a couple of tomato plants in there. Now this is another cucumber from Russia. This is called Marsha. And this is the same one. This is 80% female, 20% male. There's some spinach that needs to be cut. These radishes need to be harvested a long time ago. They're bigger than golf balls in there. There's some lettuce coming up. This is all kinds of this. A lot of this stuff here I planted with seed tapes that I made, and I'm having mixed results from that. It's not coming up that well. If you notice, there's a sunflower seed plant right there, sunflower plant there, and one there. There's 3 of them across this bed. And I'm mainly growing those for the root system. They will grow about 6-7 foot tall, big head on them, but boy, will they have a root system. And so I'm just gonna, when they're done, I'm gonna cut that stalk off, not pull it out of the ground, and it'll give the extra mycorrhizal fungi and bacteria for the soil, just to hold it in there. This was wintered over from last year. This is kale. Lettuce that we're harvesting. Just cut it off, keep cutting it off, cutting it off. By the time you get back to this end, it'll be growing again. Radishes, carrots, beans, squash. This is those little round yellow squashes that are have the knobby ends all around them. Peas, some more lettuce. This is being harvested. Here's some arugula, that's being harvested. Nice, I love arugula mixed in with the lettuce. Once again, here we're just cutting it off. And once we get to that end, we'll come back to this end. All right, here we go. These are little things that I made here, little raised bed things for the squash. This is yellow bush. What I did is I just dug down about 18 inches into the soil, put that soil in a wheelbarrow, and then put the frame on top of that hole, mixed compost and other ingredients in with that soil that I dug out of there, and put it back in there, and then planted some squash seeds in there. That's yellow bush squash seed, that's yellow bush. Here's a yellow straight neck. This is yellow straight neck. And this is a pumpkin seeds that I got from Belarus. This will be, I'll show you in the future, this will be like an orange, almost like a Blue Hubbard type squash, but it's called a pumpkin over there. And boy, they say it's sweet, so we're going to see what happens. And here's my potato tower. It's doing really well. There's what I did is I started out by putting a little bit of straw on the bottom, put 2 or 3 shovels full of soil on top of that straw, made a little nest, put the potatoes all around the edges close to the wire, more straw, more soil, more potatoes, all that stuff. Layered it all the way up to the top. It's sunk down somewhat since I did that, but it's doing really well. Should get, I think I planted about 10 pounds of seed potatoes in there that I made myself, and I'll probably get 40 or 50 pounds of potatoes out of that. And blueberries. This is a blueberry patch right here. I've got 4 blueberries on this side over here that are a little bigger. And then I have 8 blueberry plants over there. Nice little blue flowers over there. I've got some nice flowers over there. I noticed the honeybees are here. It's the first honeybees I've seen in almost a year here. This is a Niagara white grape that I planted. It's doing well. It's gonna come right up, and I'm gonna this trellis was here, but there was nothing on it, so we're gonna do a Niagara white grape here, and over here we have a red grape. We're gonna see how it does. So these are seedless grapes, table grapes. And these grapes over here were here. There was two vines here, and this one here is a Scoffernog white grape, and that one over there is a Muscadine red grape. And I think these were planted about 10 years ago, so in that day, the Scoffernog probably was a female, and that's why they planted that male Muscadine over there for pollination. But these hadn't been trimmed in 5-6 years, so I trimmed them back the way they should have been trimmed properly every year, and they're doing well. You can see the little baby critters in there, really cool. This looks pretty good. Gonna get a lot of grapes off of this. Before there was so many, it was just a grape bush, and there wasn't very much production out of it. There's a couple of blackberry bushes right here. One here, and then one right here. And this is a peach orchard here. These are Alberta peaches. I got four trees, spaced appropriately. And you see these little white things hanging down here. Those are bars of soap, and they're all around here because it keeps the deer away. The deer are really thick around here, so it keeps the deer out of the garden. And here's a little thing I planted right here. See how there's plenty of room to spread out. This is a cantaloupe. See how that does. I can see where something's been nibbling on it. I'm gonna have to. Yesterday I actually sprayed it with baking powder and a little oil and a little soap. So that should take care of that. Nice flowers around here. And you wonder why the weeds are here. Well, I keep the weeds here, and I come through here and I weed whack them every now and then. But what I do is I want those weeds to be here because the roots of the weeds keep the mycorrhizal fungi and the bacteria and the nematodes and all that stuff really rich in this soil, keeps the soil rich. I want the weeds here. So if you're going to pull weeds, don't pull them, cut them off. Nice peach tree. They're doing really well. And this, I don't know what that is. That was from, been here for years, I guess. It kind of looks like pampas grass or something. I don't know. It was cut all the way to the ground, so it's coming back now. And here's some blue Hubbard squash. That needs to be a lot of compost put around it. I need to. It's getting a little pale looking. I'm gonna really fire it up, get it going. And see my soap. for deer. And I've got another little plot over here. This is pumpkin, sugar pie pumpkin. And another tree. And look at this bar soap. Boy, something's been after it. Something likes it. They've been chewing on it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's birds or geese or what it is. I'm having a goose problem here. I mean, I'm talking about the wild goose. There's another bar of soap. And here we are. I would love to have a garden over all that. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is River Park North. Great place to come. Bring your family. There's ponds back in there. There's 4 or 5 ponds here. Good fishing. Big channel cat. I've caught big 15-pound channel cat out of here. Bass fishing. Crappie fishing. Really nice. And standing back here on the back side of the garden looking forward. You can see the garden shed over there, the work shed, and everything going on. So it's looking good. I'm enjoying it. Come visit.